What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I know a lot of y'all are gonna be coming on in, and we're gonna get ready to get this show started in just a bit. We got quite a bit to discuss as we had, the very tough loss of devastating, a embarrassing loss to the Arizona Cardinals, but we got to get ready to move on. We got the Seattle Seahawks coming up, episode 199. As we are just getting that much closer to 2000, and we are about to get this show started. So let's get all in. We're going to have um, our first installment of the Two-Tone Blue Star of the Week, and also the Dunce of the Day given out for the first time. So get your nominees in on who you believe was the best Titans player of the week and who is also the Dunce of the Day. I know it's probably going to be very difficult to find anybody that could be a star of the week, and it'll probably be very easy to find some Dunce of the Day nominees. But I hope everybody's doing all right, and we are about to get this road on the show. Good evening, Titan Nation. How is everybody doing? What's going on? Good evening, Titan Nation. How's everybody doing? Welcome into a brand new edition of Titans of Truth, episode 199. And I thank everybody for tuning in to the show. As y'all know, I am Chris, a.k.a. Blue Enforcer. Hope everybody's doing all right as we get more of you coming on in. Make sure y'all share this show out and go follow the pages if you haven't already. If you're new to this channel, you could go on Facebook to the TNT Enforcers page. That is the fan page. Also follow me on Instagram at Titans_N_Truth, as well as Twitter at TNT Blue Enforcer. You could definitely go follow me there. And also, while we're making some announcements, again, this is how y'all can share the show out. You can share it out and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you smash that like button and let me know what you think. Share it all out everywhere on all the platforms that you have available. And then also, again, I say thank you to everybody who helped me get to over 1,000 subscribers. We're on our way to 2,000. So again, thank y'all so much for everything that y'all have done to help me, help Titans of Truth, help this channel. And last but not least, you notice I have on my Titans in Truth t-shirt. I have the information on the back. I know y'all probably can't see it, but this is what you could go, and that's how it actually looks on the shirt. You have the Titans of Truth shirts in navy and in Carolina blue. And so you can reach out to Miss Latoya Akinyemi. She's helping make the shirts for me. You could go email her at queenbutterflytees@gmail.com or on Instagram at queenbutterflytees. Also, you can get to me on any of my pages or email me at canewell817@gmail.com as well if you are interested in getting a shirt. These shirts are, I believe, it's small to extra large are 20, and then 2X or bigger is 25. So definitely make sure you help support the channel and everything. And also, now that we are over 1,000 subscribers, super chats are available now. So if you see that $ at the bottom, definitely if you want to donate to the channel to help me out and everything, got a special comment and everything, definitely hit that super chat. I would very much appreciate it if you could, if you can, and I would be so appreciative no matter what you do. So I thank y'all for everything that you have done. So let me get to a couple of comments before we do get started. I see C-Dub was in here first. He says, we upset the Seahawks. What do the Titans do when they're the underdog? They win most of the time. And let's see. And I know one thing, they're going to be the team that isn't going to be pushed around Sunday. Hey, I hope so. They need to, because they were thoroughly pushed around by Arizona on Sunday. And I know a lot of you were there, myself included, and it was not a fun night to be a Tennessee Titans fan. That much I can tell you. I mean, the atmosphere was incredible. And I see, looks like I may have, I got my very first super chat. Oh my goodness, I feel great. Shout out to Zach Carpenter getting my first super chat. Zach, thank you so much for the super chat. Tighten up. That is definitely what we're going to do. And also, y'all, go next week is episode 200. I have a very special guest. Corey Curtis from News 2 is going to be joining the 200th episode as we get ready to preview the Indianapolis Colts. I will be doing a giveaway. I'm just going to pick a random viewer, and that person will get a free Tennessee Titans TNT t-shirt, and whoever I choose with that, we'll get your information, and we'll be able to get that information out with you as soon as my homegirl at Queen Butterfly Tees definitely hooks up the shirt. I'll get that to you definitely. So I appreciate the super chat, Zach. Thank you so much for that. And we will definitely keep going. And see, Josh says, I honestly believe that we're going to go into week 3 with 2 horrible losses. I hope not. Going 0-2 is not the way you want to start the year, especially with the expectations that we all set. So that's something that we got to do. What's up, Kent? Tremaine Rogers, what's going on, man? What's going on? Appreciate you. Johnson, I really wish we can bounce back. There are too many circumstances against us. It will be the same old Titans if they go to Seattle and beat the brakes off them. Hey, I'll take a win. I will take a win. Let's see, Zach says, I say A.J. Brown, Star of the Week, Taylor Lewan, Dunce. There's a lot of Dunce nominees, and there's a few star nominees out there. Let's see, Bruce James Realty. Just subscribe, man. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for that. And he said, intro music is fire. Man, I appreciate that. Shout out to all of y'all coming in. Yeah, tighten up. We still in the building. Hey, we still here. We ain't going nowhere. Let's see. Reggie comes and said, what's up, tighten up? Give me a few reasons for optimism. I need help. We all do, man. We all do. And Steven comes and says, hope history repeats itself. I hope so too, because, I mean, it has been known that Vrabel is undefeated coming off of double-digit losses. So we're definitely going to find out what they're all about. And let's see, I got another super chat. Got my guy, Olastruck, Al Pierce, says, won't say that this is a must win, but we need to play extremely well. We cannot suck. Go Titans, kick Seattle Seahawks tail. Olastruck. I know that's right. Absolutely. I am down for that. Thank y'all. Thank you so much for the super chats and everything. CW said, I just traded Taylor Lewan and Madden to the Steelers for a Stephon Tuitt. Man, I ripped them off. So, man, you'd already traded Taylor Lewan. Ain't that a trip? Ian Talley, what's up? Just getting in. And I appreciate everybody coming on in here. Let's see. Nuzdar, Titan Anderson is a bandwagon. Well, I know Titan Anderson's trying to put out some good stuff and everything. And, you know, hey, we are all Titan fans. We got to get it together. And so, goodness. I see Nuzdar is in here. He's tripping it out on Titan Anderson. Let's see. Miss Mims is saying, hello, brother Chris. Just wanted to say that the game was very disappointing. Titans need to bounce back from Sunday. Tough loss over the Cardinals. Let's win it. I agree. They do need to bounce back. We need to definitely bounce back and everything. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're definitely going to go in and get going with this. Let's see, I have a question for our coaches. Why do we keep putting Evans in coverage? Hopefully David Long, who did return to practice, I think is a little bit better in coverage. And again, I said this before. With Jayon and with Rashawn. One of them is going to stay. One of them is going to end up gone. And I honestly think Rashawn might be the guy that's gone. So we're definitely going to find out. He said, did you see the segment where Marcus Spears went off? I don't know. I did not see that, but I do need to check it out. And we got Ken Moore in the house. Arthur Smith is undefeated in wins after double-digit losses. He's not here anymore. But that is true. That is true. Arthur Smith was a part of that, and now he's gone. So that much is a very true fact. But let's go ahead. I thank everybody for all that y'all are doing. But let's get into some Titan news. Of course, we had our kicking problem. So the Titans cut Michael Badgley. I talked about it. Shout out to Ken Moore. Y'all go subscribe to K Moore Sports as well. I was on his show the day after. I believe that was Monday. I was on that show, and we were talking about the game. So definitely go check out Ken Moore and support him with that great content, and definitely give some thorough analysis. He is very, very well informed. So y'all make sure y'all go check him out. So they cut Michael Badgley after missing an extra point and a field goal, and they bring up Randy Bullock off of the practice squad. He is now on the active roster. Hopefully, he does better than Badgley did. I mean, just do something until Ficken gets back. That's all I'm asking for. Just until Ficken gets back. So that's the thing that I'm hoping for when it comes to that. And I mean, I miss kicking Ficken. I miss him like crazy. So Badgley's out. Bullock is in at kicker. We'll see if it's a better result. And I know somebody mentioned Amani Hooker. Yes. Amani Hooker is now on short-term IR for the next 3 weeks. And then Bradley McDougald is on the active roster. Looks like he'll be the starting safety. And so I know there's a lot of people out there that were wondering what exactly happened with Amani Hooker. I'm not exactly sure what play he got injured on. I was there, and I know it was about maybe around 2 to 3 minutes left in the second quarter, and I saw Amani Hooker heading into the locker room to get looked at. I didn't know if he was going to come back or not, but obviously he did not return. So it looks like there was, I can't remember what type of injury, some type of arm injury, and so that's why he is out. Looks like he'll be out for the next few weeks. And now that brings up Bradley McDougald, Dane Cruikshank. Those guys are going to have to step up. They're guys next man up. That's what we're going to have to do. So, that's just what it is. Josh said, I get the national media for blasting the defense, but I don't agree when they refuse to mention how their offense gave them no help. True. The offense deserves to get blasted probably more than the defense. And we're definitely going to get to that. Losing Amani Hooker, very bad. But I have seen some stuff with McDougald. I think McDougald could be okay, at least for a couple of weeks until he gets back. And that's just the main thing is that we just got to get everybody back. Bruce James Realty with the super chat. I appreciate this very much. Thank you so much for the super chat. What is your take on play call adjustments that need to be made on both sides of the ball? That is an excellent question. That is an excellent question. And I know we have Pick My Brain coming up. And I'm going to go ahead and try to answer this right now for you. Todd Downing nor Shane Bowen adjusted well at all, especially Todd Downing, because I said this with the ladies on the show, and Stephanie and others brought it up. Because once you do some things, you got to adjust to what they're doing. And obviously, Todd Downing kept trying to run the football when it obviously wasn't working, and he didn't adjust to that. He didn't decide to come out passing. He didn't decide. I hate he waited until like 8 minutes to go in the second quarter to finally get your two big-time receivers involved. I'm like, if it was me, I'm getting those guys involved Drive play 1. I said it. I called it. It should have been either a play action or drop back slant route quickly to AJ or Julio, or you take a shot early to let them know, hey, we here to play. That's what they should have did in the beginning. But instead, they try to go with the same old, same old. I mean, I honestly felt like it was Terry Robisky being offensive coordinator all over again. And it sucked. It sucked. I understand it's only one game, and I understand it's the first time with him being a coordinator in 5 years. With Arthur Smith, we could give him a little bit of, if this was Arthur Smith, we could have gave him a benefit of the doubt, because you know why? When he became offensive coordinator, it was his very first time doing it. There's a difference. Todd Downing's been an offensive coordinator before, albeit from what I heard with the Raiders, wasn't very good. You got to be able to adjust. And then when they adjust to you, you got to continue to adjust to what they're doing to stay 2 steps ahead. Todd Downing was 2 steps behind, and Chandler Jones ate lunch because of that. Plain and simple. So Bruce James Realty, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. I'm gonna go back and again, I mean, bad situation. Defense was put in a lot of bad situations, and it hurt us big time. Definitely hurt. Joseph said, I switched over to the Eagles-Falcons game. I know a lot of people left after in the third quarter. I understand. It's only the first game, but we had correction. But it's only the first game, but we had high expectations for this team. That's why we are mad. I agree, Titan Tiger. We all had high expectations. And the thing about it was, the Titans had a great chance to take advantage of this opportunity. You had damn near a sold-out packed house. Damn near. Over 67,000 was in the house. And, there was about maybe 5,000 Cardinal fans. They had a nice small contingent. But there was more of us. And instead, we laid an egg. Tremaine said, first take calls us false. The national media, of course they're going to do that. That's what they do. As soon as we lost like this, of course they were going to turn on us. Are you not surprised? Of course they're going to do that. That's what they do. All they want to do is prop up the Cowboys, the Steelers, the Buccaneers, all them other teams. They're making Kyler Murray look like he's MVP. And don't get me wrong, he was good on Sunday. I will say that. But a lot of it was on us. We want the respect, but whenever we have a great opportunity to really put some respect on our name, we've blown it. It's happened too often. Don't like it, but it is what it is. We got to come back from it. Plain and simple. Sin City said, bring the truth. Hey, that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. Anytime the Titans disappoint, stay away from national media. Some of their takes sound like they just looked at the scoreboard and didn't watch the game. Right. A lot of them, that's what they do. They do not watch the game, and they think they know better than us. So it is what it is on that. I don't like the fact that Hooker went down, but McDougal did make some plays during the preseason. He does have some familiarity with Seattle. I think we're going to be okay. Also, another thing let's have a little fun. This is from Jim Wyatt. Here's our next look for the game against Seattle. And I think this could tell you, maybe we mean business. We are going Stormtrooper mode. All white for the game against the Seattle Seahawks. So we going with the Stormtrooper. And I think that tells you they might be like, look, it's time to get down to business. Usually when they wear all white Stormtrooper, they do some really good things. So The man said we need to get rid of Downing and Bowen. It's a little bit too early to go ahead and jump ship on those guys yet. Although the jury may still be out on Downing. Bowen, none of us liked anyway. I wouldn't expect too many guys to not be at practice because I think a lot of these guys have a very bad taste in their mouth. Have a very bad taste in their mouth. So I think they're going to want to redeem themselves for how they stunk it up on the field in front of all of us. So I think they're definitely going to clean this mess up. How they're going to do it, I have not the slightest idea. Josh said, literally, AJ was mic'd up and told Downey, give me the ball. Hey, I'm with you. And they were talking about that in press conferences like, should you force feed the ball to Julio or to AJ? You're damn right you should. I would. I understand. You want the running game. You want your king to do his job. But at the same time, I will be willing to sacrifice a few carries for Derrick Henry, keep him under 300 carries, and instead give targets to AJ and Julio. There is no excuse that between the two of them, 14 targets. No excuse. They should each be getting 10 targets apiece. And that's just my thought. Let's see. Dakota Matthews says, pass to set up the run. I've been saying that for years. Quit trying to use the run to set up the pass. Use the pass to set up the run. I've been saying that for years. Anybody that's watched this show knows I've been saying that. And they refuse to do it. It just kills me. Let's see. Josh says, this may sound ridiculous, but I was really pissed at their performance because I had a funeral for a loved one who was a huge Titans fan and was saying that we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. Well, Super Bowl is still within reach. But they're going to have to play a heck of a lot better than they did Sunday if they want to get there. Yes, all white could be good. I think Seattle is getting a ticked off Titans team. Keisha, what's going on? And Keisha, I expect to see you at Indigo this Sunday if you don't have to work. If you don't have to work, come to Indigo off of Winchester and Ross Road. Come hang out with the Titans fan club. Let them know that Truth sent you. We will make you feel like home. We'll make you welcome. We'd be glad to have you. They love Titan fans. So you come on in, we'll make you feel like home. So, Razor, I want results ASAP. We all do. He said, I have to work. I understand. And I thank you for what you do. I know you're a nurse. So I thank you for everything that you do and everything for being on the front lines, protecting people, during this time with COVID. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for everything you do. So, Josh, you need to leave her alone. Leave her alone. She was there at the game. I got to meet her personally, and she's great. She's really nice. So I appreciate that. But let's keep going in the show. Yes, they're going to wear all white, so I'm looking at that. So it is time to see who is your two-tone blue star of the week. Who did well in the game against the Arizona Cardinals, even though there's probably not too many nominees out there, but I'll give you a few. There are a few out there that I think are worth mentioning. My man Zach, Xavier, good luck Sunday. You're right, we're going to need it. Matt Necron says, LaJuan looking like a podcaster out there. And for what I saw, they was talking about, they're still doing a Bust with the Boys. Like, I think they brought out a new episode today. And I'm thinking, they're doing Busting with the Boys during the season? I'm like, no wonder Taylor LaJuan got olayed by Chandler Jones. You so focused on that damn podcast, you ain't out there practicing, getting ready for the game. And I know somebody mentioned AJ. Yeah, Zach mentioned it. Again, thank you for the super chat earlier. AJ Brown, star of the week. Taylor LaJuan, dunce of the day. So Who do y'all have as your two-tone blue star of the week? Honestly, Christian Fulton had a heck of a game. He was one of the very few bright spots of this football game. Fulton did some things very well. Broke up a pass in the end zone. I think if he was about maybe another tenth of a second there, he could have picked that off, and that might have been a pick six. That might have been at least a good 99-yard pick six, I think, if Fulton picked it off. And then another one he got in front of, just a tad out of position for the interception, but broke it up. So Christian Fulton had a really good game. AJ did a few things, caught the touchdown. That was really good. And, Kevin Byard had the interception as well. I think Jeffrey Simmons, definitely was trying to do some good, had a sack on Kyler Murray. I saw Harold Landry had a sack, and I think it was when Kyler Murray was trying to escape the pocket, and Landry pushed him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. I think that's where the sack counted. So let me get y'all thoughts. Who is the two-tone blue star of the week? AJ sighting for a split second. Ian Talley said, in the words of Keith Sweat, nobody. I can understand that. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button too. Coach Vrabel needs to talk 77 to do better. He need to talk them all to do better, to be honest. If there's someone to blame, it's the offensive line, period. No run bot, no pass bot. The D was eventually going to get tired. True. I agree with that. Will Pat O'Hara be our next offensive coordinator if Todd Downing gets fired? Todd Downing is not going to get fired yet, y'all. Got to give him a little time, but I know it's time that we don't have. I understand that. Lawan did say he was nervous before the game. I'm like, for what? Why is he nervous? Acting like he's never played the game before. I know it was his first game in over a year, and probably was nervous about the knee. But he played in that last preseason game to kind of get that knee a little bit of work. So he had nothing to be nervous about. Reggie goes with Fulton as my star of the week. John said, no, just because he does a podcast, that's not the reason he sucked. You don't think coaches and stars go to the beach or play golf in their spare time? Probably not during the season. Probably not. Now, maybe on the bye week, maybe. But I don't think a lot of coaches go to the beach or go play golf during the season. At least not from what I've seen. Now, again, I don't know their personal life. Hanging out with family, okay, that's one thing. But I don't think they're doing all that during the season. They're too focused on football. Smash Time says, AJ or Fulton, flip a coin. And I can understand that. Zach says Fulton's a good one too. Let's see. BLVG, Lakeview Gardens, go with Fulton. Let's see. I see a lot of people going with Fulton. And I like that pick. So tighten up low. What's going on? We'll definitely talk about that. Let's see. Yep, the whole offensive line looked bad. Unfortunately, Vrabel is too reluctant to make staff changes or demote or fire coordinator. He's loyal to a fault. If he keeps doing that, he's going to end up like Mike Mularkey. Mike Mularkey was so loyal to Terry Robisky, and what happened? He got fired. Are we concerned about Landry's groin? Now, I would hope it's not anything serious with Landry, because if I take a look at I'm looking at the injury report, and I got this from TD and also Paul Kaharski. Let's see. Landry, Bud Dupree did not practice because of a knee. Probably had the day off. I think he'll be back. He'll be fine. AJ Ferkser, Harold Landry, David Long were all limited but practiced. Caleb Farley, Chris Jackson, Josh Reynolds, Derek Roberson all practiced. And let's see. I'm trying to see anybody of significance for Seattle that did not practice. Dwayne Eskridge and Rashad Penny, those are guys, nobody of any real significance. So we'll have to see on that groin. We'll see if he'll be all right. We'll have to definitely see what has to be done. A.J. Tannehill, Chester Rogers did good. Derrick Henry was close. He did run. Julio Jones did good. No, Julio did not do good. Julio dropped some passes, had that stupid penalty, and now I saw and see, I didn't get to see the penalty live because I wasn't really focused on that. I got to go back and watch a little bit of the replay, and I saw where that penalty occurred, and I'm like, that's just stupid. You can't do that because instead, I mean, you're hurting your team. It's third. It could have been 3rd and 1. Probably convert, keep the drive going. Instead, it's 3rd and 16, and we ended up having to punt. Let's see, John said all those podcasts were recorded weeks before they posted. Okay, then that's fine. You know what? And that's probably what happened because I know Mr. Titan does that sometimes where he does some recordings but doesn't release them yet. So I know sometimes that can happen. Zach Carter says, I want to see more of Weaver. I think we might be getting that. My star of the week would be Julio for his restraint not to chin check Vrabel on his ridiculous comment. Julio kind of deserved it. Because that was a stupid penalty. You don't be going because anytime somebody starts something, anytime somebody instigates something, the instigator usually never gets caught. It's the person that retaliates that usually gets caught. So if somebody pushes you, if you push back, if you push him back, that's when they catch you. So usually the person that retaliates usually is the one that gets caught. You gotta know that, and you gotta think that, and you gotta be smarter than that up here. So that's why I can't agree with that. Now, and I'm gonna talk about the media a little bit later on. Ray says it's possible the podcast is filmed in the offseason just being released. I think that's probably what happened, so I stand corrected. Let's see, Ryan Harris says, what's up, True? Josh says, Chester Rogers was decent. Joseph Rodriguez says, Fulton. I missed my chance to call the upload show last night. I thought about that too, man. I did think about that. Prayer that they get it together, O-line. He had that TBS 905 slot. That's true. Let's see. Fendi Bands, a Seahawks fan here. Well, what's up? Thank you for tuning in to the show. I appreciate you. Hey, I don't mind having fans of other teams in here. You know, it's all love. So I definitely appreciate you being here. Let's see. No excuse. J-Rob drafted 2 straight drafts with non-contributors. Fulton, I think, is going to become a contributor. The jury is still out on Caleb Farley and Dylan Dunce. I think Bolden is going to show that he could contribute. We're going to have to see if they let Weaver on the field. Obviously, Racing McMath will probably be on special teams, so we'll definitely see that. So let's go ahead. I was trying to get to all y'all comments. The two-tone blue star of the week definitely has to be Christian Fulton. And I think Fulton is showing that he could probably hold his own. And he said it himself, he felt he got more comfortable as the game was going along and was getting better. So I like that with Christian Fulton. I saw we had almost up to 40, so keep it going. Definitely want to get over 50 likes in this show, so we'll definitely keep that going. I appreciate everybody being in here. But Christian Fulton did a great job. And he was probably the only bright spot. Byer with the interception was nice, although he did have some bad plays himself. AJ with the touchdown, good. Now, whenever there's a star of the week, there's also that womp, 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 the dunce of the day. And I know there are plenty of nominees to go around. So get me your nominees. Who sucked the most? Who was the dunce of the day? I know a lot of people put A lot of people have said Taylor Lewan, the O-line, Todd Downing. So who do you think? Let's see. Matt says easily Lewan. Harris says Lewan. Let's see. Steven says Hope Bullock can be the kicker we need. Fendi Bands, the Seattle fan says I'm kind of nervous about this game. Not going to be easy. This ain't going to be easy for neither team. And we're coming up there. And I mean, I know Seattle is going to be rocking. First game in like 2 years where they have fans, the 12th man, and I know they're going to be loud and raucous. So the Titans are going to better work on their communication, work on that silent count, because it's going to be super loud up there in that stadium. I definitely guarantee you that. Vrabel is a mix between Ken Whisenhunt and Mike Mularkey in regards to his personality. One thing about Ken Whisenhunt, the thing about Mike Vrabel that ties me to Ken Whisenhunt is that he acts like he knows everything. He has that smug arrogance like Ken Whisenhunt. Don't like that at all. But like Mike Mularkey, he sometimes tell it like it is. He tries to protect his players sometimes. But he ain't afraid to call a player out from time to time for some crap. One thing about Mike Mularkey, and I will say this about him, Mike Mularkey kept it real. Mike Mularkey did not hold nothing back, and he was not afraid to just tell it like it is. And I respect Mike Mularkey so much for that. So let's see. Who are y'all Dunce of the Day nominees? Let's see. 50 Man says it's going to be intense. You bet you. You know that's right. Darrington Evans, he'll be returning after week 3. He'll be eligible to come back. He's on short-term IR. Yeah. Julio, only had 3 catches, 29 yards. They should have got him more involved, but he did drop some passes. And he dropped one in the end zone. Still should have caught that ball. Even if it was a bad throw, Julio Jones, the Hall of Famer, should have caught that damn football. John says, I want to see our first drive with some urgency, up-tempo, and passing. I agree. So let's see. Dunce of the Day nominees. Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Smash Top says O-line. Let's see. Reggie says, I think lack of practice time and preseason play for the starters contributing factor. Probably. That has a lot to do with it. This is going to be a big game for Tannehill and Julio with chemistry because Seattle fan going to be loud. You're damn right. You're darn right. That's going to be important. What's up with Bud Dupree? He didn't practice because of a knee injury. Have you heard anything about it? That's all I heard was that he wasn't spotted in practice. I think everybody else kind of practiced. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that if y'all couldn't hear me. I don't know how is it that it went crazy like that. Let's see. We got some more. Alper says Lawana Julio. Josh says Quesenberry. Necron says Badgley gets honorable mention. Kicks rocks. Whole O-line in the dunce. Is the dunce. Let's see. Tremaine says offensive line coach Keith Carter. Let's see. Miss Mims says Lawan. John Rodriguez said Lawan. Josh says Badgley. Let's see. When you give up 5 sacks, you have to be the dunce of the day, regardless of Todd Downing's play calling. I hear you. So you know what? There it is. The dunce of the day. I have 2. First off, the whole offensive line. Because the entire offensive line should have been better than what they were. And we obviously still have a problem at right tackle. Something that needs to be resolved. Quesenberry didn't look great either. Nate Davis, Ben Jones looked like they were probably just coming back off of COVID. Just was not seeming comfortable. Saffold kind of got whooped. And then of course, the main dunce of the day has to go. I don't even call him Boss Hog anymore. Taylor Lewan. Because, I mean, you're supposed to be a Pro Bowl left tackle. Supposed to be one of the best in the league. And you let Chandler Jones whoop you, beat you like a drum. And excuse my language and excuse what I'm about to say, but Taylor Lewan literally became Chandler Jones's B word. Biatch. That's what Taylor Lewan was. He was Chandler Jones's bitch. Excuse my language. And that is the honest to God truth. Chandler Jones owned Taylor Lewan, and he owned Kendall Lamb too. And Ken said it best. Ken Moore said it when Kendall Lamb was signed that he was going to suck, and we saw it firsthand. We saw it firsthand. And BT Hill said it right. The dumbest move that J-Rob has made so far, cutting Dennis Kelly. That was a dumbass move. At first I'm thinking, okay, if they cut Dennis Kelly, that means they're keeping either Adoree or Malcolm Butler, and they end up cutting them both. So it makes you wonder, why in the world did you cut Dennis Kelly in the first place? And I think they said they were going to try to bring him back, but Green Bay beat him to the punch. I think we all miss Dennis Kelly. Dupree only played around 48 snaps. Yeah, and I think he was just trying to get comfortable with that leg. So I think everybody can hear me now. I apologize again for that technical difficulty. I don't know what happened. But we'll definitely make sure that is good. Let's see. Josh said Jeff Swain was pretty bad too. Yeah, he dropped the touchdown too. I don't know if Dennis Kelly is available. I think he's still with Green Bay. So if Dennis Kelly gets cut at some point, if I'm the Titans, I'm bringing him back quick. Without even thinking twice. We got Tighten Up. We got CJ2K. What's going on, everybody? Thank you, BT Hill. What's up with you? Yeah, Dupree was looking pretty good at times, but there was some time where Kyler Murray made him look bad. Because there was a time he had a straight line shot to Kyler Murray, and then Kyler Murray kind of sidestepped him and kind of froze him up a bit. To where he almost over pursued. And so, I know Josh says Mitchell Schwartz is still available if all else fails, which looked like it has. Mitchell Schwartz coming off of an injury too. So that might be something tough there. But let's keep going because it is time. Now that we've said our dunce of the day, Taylor Lewan in the offensive line, although honorable mention does go to Todd Downing and Badgley and Vrabel for not adjusting, got to give it to Lewan and the offensive line. So now, see, got a couple other comments. AJ going to have a big game. I hope so. And I agree. I think the pressure was getting there for the Titans. I think against a regular quarterback, the Titans probably have about 3 or 4 sacks in the game against a regular quarterback. And so the pressure, I think, might have been okay. Still got to get better, though. So now it is time for your favorite segment and mine. It is time for Pick My Brain. Pick My Brain. So this is where y'all get to ask me some questions. And y'all let me know what y'all are thinking. I know I saw a couple of questions. Let's see. I'm going to scroll back up to the top and get some questions. It says, what should we do with the extra cap space freed up by restructuring Julio's contract? If you can, find us a suitable tackle or a tight end that might be out there. I don't. Well, Michael Pruitt is back on the active roster, and I'm pretty sure we'll see more of him in this upcoming game. So I'm pretty sure Michael Pruitt will be up. Tommy Hudson is on the practice squad. So, I mean, they're going to need some help on the offensive line because it sucked. Let's see. I'm looking at some more questions. So, we talked about Bud Dupree. Let's see. I'm just going back up to the top to get some questions. So, y'all bear with me for just a moment. Zach said he contract on the game. Let's celebrate. I agree. Let's see. Yep. We did get to the AFC Championship being 2-4, but we would like to avoid that. That much is true. That's true. Trying to see. Will Pat O'Hara be offensive coordinator if Todd Downing gets fired? Most likely, but I don't see Todd Downing getting fired just yet, Joseph. Let's see. Are we concerned about Landry's groin? Maybe a little bit. We'll have to see how the rest of practice goes on this week. But I do think we'll probably see Rashard Weaver maybe get the call up. I hope so. It'd be nice if they did bring him up because he should get some action and try to see how he looks in this particular type of game. So I would like to see that. So, let's see. All right, let's see. We're going to have to save the money to resign players by next year. Ray-Dunce should be good. We'll see about that. Dylan Ray-Dunce may have to come in a whole lot sooner than expected. Bruce James said, just going to say this coaching group has been suspect since they let Conklin walk. And here's the thing about Conklin, and I said this on the post game. Maybe they shouldn't have let Jack Conklin walk. But I understand at the time why they did. Because, I mean, he was still having the injury issues. They didn't take up his fifth-year option. And the Browns paid him way more money in his first year. And they were kind of up against the cap. But they should have kept Dennis Kelly. Bowen's defensive call when Hopkins scored his second TD was just idiotic. Off coverage with no blitz on a third and short in the red zone. Yeah, they played zero coverage. Basically, it was man-on-man, no help. Byron had to come up and play on Hopkins, and it was a mismatch. So there were some dumb coverages. A couple of times they called zero coverage where there's no safety. And, I mean, I would have took advantage of that, too. I would have done the same thing. I thought that was messed up. So, Shane Bowen's got to clean that up. Janoris. I call him Janoris because he didn't play like Jack Rabbit. Hopkins did work him. That much is a shot. Love the music. Thank you for that, Reggie. Tabena Obi. The defense is much improved. The offense just needs some coordination and chemistry, which won't take long. Well, we'll see about that. Defense has some troubles, but at the same time, the offense, and a comment was mentioned earlier, the offense did put the defense in some bad situations. And tighten up, yeah, I saw that too on Twitter. Lawan got blown up by Buda Baker. Buda Baker, a safety, comes on the blitz and made Taylor Lewan look stupid. I mean, comes off one arm, pushes Lewan to the ground. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, wow. And so Al comes and says, should we go out and bring in a safety? If so, who? They brought me Dougal up. They had a couple of other guys. I think one guy, Tedrick Thompson, he ended up going on IR, so he's out for the year. But I think McDougal is now up. Dane Cruikshank is still on the team as well. Bradley Breeze, I believe, is on the COVID list. So Yeah, there's some issues at safety. See, Steven said bring in Mitchell Schwartz. He's coming off an injury. We'll see. He's coming in off of an injury, so I think it's a back injury. So, but may have to keep him in mind. Bruce says, who is DB1 this week? Whoo, that's a good question. I don't know. Because honestly, I've been spinning that question in my mind for the last couple of days. Who do you put on who? Did you notice anything from Ferguson from CJ2K? No, I didn't. I saw him make a catch here or there, but I didn't really notice Ferguson. Philip says, it's only been 1 week, but do you think the Titans will regret choosing Julio over Davis? Too early to tell, but I'm going to say no. Julio is better. Julio is better than Corey Davis. Way better than Corey Davis, in my opinion. Tremaine says, I think Fulton will be covering DK from the press conferences I heard today. If you put Fulton on DK Metcalf, that presents a problem because that means you're putting Janoris on Tyler Lockett. And there was a couple of times Lockett burned the Colts. I don't know if you do that. I mean, this might be a situation where you may not have no choice but to bring Caleb Farley in because Farley may have some speed to keep up with Tyler Lockett. And if you're just seeing Lockett go on the fly routes, that's something that Caleb Farley may be able to handle is just, hey, focus on Lockett. He's got the speed. So maybe a little bit more Caleb Farley could be in the works. I don't know. But if you put Fulton on DK Metcalf, who is Janoris going to cover? He's not going to be able to cover Tyler Lockett. Lockett is too fast. Way too fast. I would rather put Fulton on Lockett. I might feel better. So I don't know. That's been going back and forth in my mind for a long time. Good to see Byard get a pick in the first game. It was good to see Byard get a pick. I agree. Let's see. Tennessee Titans Weekly in the building. What's up, fellas? Welcome in. Joseph says, Jackass Jenkins. I call Ty Downing down ass because he's a dumbass for what he's done. Yeah, Buda Baker can probably do that to a lot more people than you think. He's a dog. I agree. AZ Mick, what's up? Tighten up, don't lighten up. Good to hear from you, buddy. That's just what you get with Jackrabbit. Say with Butler. They're going to be very good against most receivers, but will get beaten badly by elite. Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins is elite. Is our matchup in the secondary against their receivers more better than last week's? We're going to find out. This is not going to be an easy matchup. This is not going to be an easy matchup at all. Will it be too little too late? Reggie comes in by the time the team gets really gels together. A lot of new pieces take time to put it together. Well, they got to put it together a whole lot faster. So, we ain't got time to wait. And hopefully it ain't too little too late. Steven says, should we go out to Cam Newton in case Ryan Tannehill repeats what happened? No. Not yet. I mean, Cam's going to want to be a starter. Might be too much of a distraction. But he will be a much better upgrade than Logan Woodside. But I'm not ready to give up on Tannehill. Tannehill has done too good for everybody to jump ship on him. Come on, y'all. Don't be jumping ship on Tannehill. A lot of what happened on Sunday, I had to go back and take a look. A lot of it was not his fault. Like that strip sack, that was just great recognition by Chandler Jones. And it was just to the fact Tannehill had absolutely zero chance in that situation. Let's see. I'm going to get a couple more and then we're going to move on. Let's see. I think it makes sense for Jackrabbit to cover DK, Fulton on Lockett because Jackrabbit is more a physical corner, Fulton's more quicker. That probably sounds about right in theory. It probably sounds about right because, I mean, Jackrabbit can get physical and Fulton's a little bit quicker, but DK Metcalf got some speed too. He is strong. DK is bigger than all of our DBs. Lockett can put all of them on their butts with his feet. We'll have to find out. Let's see. We got Lawrence on Lawrence Williamson. Do you think Schwartz should have more of an impact on the defensive scheme? I would think he should be. If he doesn't, he needs to have more. When do we get David Long back? And where's Weaver? Weaver was inactive. That was a coach's decision. Don't know why. I thought it was stupid too. David Long, I think he was practice limited. He might be able to go this week if he continues to get better. They got to let our guy Farley stack up against DK, size-wise and speed. And I know a lot of people are like, you know what, Caleb Farley's not ready yet. Caleb Farley's not ready. But again, the only way that he's going to get better or Ray Dunce is going to get better is for gameplay. Get them out on the field. That's the only way they're going to learn. I know we're trying to win games. I know we're trying to get to the Super Bowl, but the only way to get better is through playing. And I know Mr. Weezer is upset. I understand. To be sad. Titans Weekly in the house. What's up? Do you think a change? Do you think they would change who starts the right tackle? They should. I'd probably go with Sam Brilo. Sam Brilo's not half bad. Excuse me for that. Sam Brilo might be better than Quisenberry. Let's see, we got quite a few Hawk fans in here. That's something very interesting, but I'm glad you're here. He said, Hawk fan here. Just stopping by to show some love to your channel. Good luck on Sunday. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming through. Thank you so much for that. Let's see, Josh said, and you thought slowing down Kyler was hard. Russell Wilson is way better. And I said that to some fans leaving the stadium. I'm like, if you thought Kyler Murray was bad, now, Russell Wilson isn't as athletic as Kyler Murray, but he's a way better version. A way better version. See, Tobini says D-Hop probably the best receiver in the league. Honestly think Jack Rabbit played him well compared to many other cornerbacks would. One of his big plays, Jack Rabbit slipped, and the other was a tough TD. Now, the TD in the back of the end zone, yeah, that was tough. That was just great footwork by Hopkins. A lot of other receivers probably would have had just 1 foot down. But Hop, credit to him on that one. Schedule doesn't get any easier. True. I think Zach is tripping on Nashville Williams a little bit. I'm not losing hope on Tannehill. I'm just saying what would happen if Downing can't help Tannehill. Then Tannehill's going to have to take control. That's got to take control. Nashville, he's saying that's my real name. Hey, that's what's up. Travel back to the 2019 offseason, knowing what you know today. Do you sign Tom Brady or extend Tanny? Remember, you get Grunk for a bag of Doritos. You know, I'm sticking with Tannehill. Yes, I know now everybody will probably say you should have got Brady, but I think at the time we made the right decision. Brady would have had to build continuity with these guys, which he had to do at Tampa Bay, and, well, won a Super Bowl off of it. But that defense was not good. So that is true. And then Reggie agrees that the only way to get better at playing football is by playing football. That much is true. So I thank everybody for all of your questions. I know we're kind of almost an hour in and still got to get to some other stuff. But I thank everybody for your questions. But we finna keep going, head toward the end of the show. But now it is time for the Blue Enforcer 4 points to victory. Now it's time for the Blue Enforcer 4 points to victory. And before we do get to that, again, If you want some Titans of Truth swag, make sure y'all follow my girl, Miss Latoya Akinyemi, on Facebook. Also at Queen Butterfly Tees on Instagram. Also, you can email her at queenbutterflytees@gmail.com. Or my email if you want to get to me at canewell817@gmail.com. Or y'all know where to find me on any of my pages. I'll definitely get you hooked up with that. And on the 200th episode, I will be giving away, I will have 2 shirts that I'm going to give away, a navy and a Carolina blue. And, it'll be a free shirt. I'll be paying for that, and I'll get that to you. So get ready for the 200th episode. So if you're watching, I'm going to be going by the viewers who's watching that live show because it's going to be given away live. But the Blue Enforcer 4 points to victory. What can we do to get a win in Seattle? And I know in my schedule prediction I got us losing this game, but I want to be wrong. And so here's what I think the Tennessee Titans can do to get away, to walk out of Seattle with a victory. And I meant, before we do get to that, let me see. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is what happened with the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday. They defeat the Colts 28-16. Russell Wilson goes 18 of 23, 254 yards, 4 touchdown passes. Carson has 16 carries for 91 yards. Tyler Lockett caught 2 TDs. DK Metcalf caught another. Their defense hit Carson Wentz quite a few times, got 3 sacks, held the Colts to 113 yards rushing as a team. I think Jonathan Taylor only had like 56 yards rushing. So the Seahawks are good. Really, really good. So that's going to be a tough thing for the Titans to do. But the first thing they need to do, for God's sake, use the pass to set up the run. The problem with Todd Downing is that he was so predictable. Like you and I, any one of us could have called all those plays that he was calling. It was like 6 of the 8 first down plays were runs. Run to the right, -2 yards. Run up the middle, gain of 2. Pitch to the outside, gain of 1. I mean, it was just predictable. Way too predictable for my taste. So, just don't be predictable. Get creative. I'm not saying get cute, but do some things differently. I don't know. Come out passing on first down. Get AJ and Julio involved earlier. And again, they have 14 targets in between them. There is no excuse why they each should not have at least anywhere between 18 to 20 targets combined. They should each have the ball thrown to them about 10 times a game. Practice makes perfect. Yeah, they better practice. Yeah, hit that like button. Josh says, Coach better play better. I'm glad I haven't heard that because I probably would have blew a gasket. Steve says, the only way to win the Seattle is for Derrick Henry to play like the 2020 King. I mean, again, everybody got to play better, including Derrick Henry. Bruce said, need a mixtape of the TNT instrumentals for a Blue Enforcer tailgating cipher. I may have to do one of those one day. Dom Weirdo comes and says, I'm a Seahawks fan, but I'm going to guess we win 31-24. So he's saying Seahawks win. Said, I'm very scared of your offense. If we can get it together, I think everybody should be scared of it. But I'm not confident. Hey, I appreciate it, Dom. Thank you for tuning in. I agree. Don't run first play of the game. Throw the ball. Exactly. Literally watching the first play in my head, I was saying, I want to see play action to Julio, but it's probably going to be a run up the middle. And wouldn't you know, I call first play should have been play action deep to Julio to start the game. That's what it should have been. But predictable, tied down ass. But yes, use the pass to set up the run. Quit being predictable. And number 2, let's use the Cobra Kai method. You're going on the road in a hostile environment. And what is Cobra Kai's motto? Strike first, strike hard, show no mercy. And you know you're going into a hostile environment. The best way to win in a hostile environment is to take the crowd out of the game early. And you do that by striking first blood. In Karate Kid and in the series Cobra Kai, which I love, by the way, Johnny Lawrence and John Kreese said it best. We do not train to be, this is their quote, we do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak. A man is across from you, he is the enemy. Enemies deserve no mercy. Enemies deserve pain. And that is exactly what we have to do. We do not train to be merciful. We show no mercy on Seattle. Seattle is the enemy. Enemies don't deserve mercy. So we go out, hit them hard on the first couple of drives, take the crowd out of the game, and don't let up. As Miss Loretta would say, tighten up, don't lighten up. Play hard, strike first, strike hard, show no mercy. And don't let them back in the game. Don't give them no sense of hope, because they don't deserve it. So that's number 2. The coach suggestion on Madden would have been better. That much is true. All we want is to win. No more penalties, personal foul. I mean, we got to limit the penalties. Joseph gives his voice, said, protect the ball carrier, don't miss kicks, avoid stupid penalties, don't drop passes. That's about as plain as you can get, but that's true. Tuesday time must be Eric Cartman from South Park, not Kenny McCormick. I don't know. I don't really watch South Park like that, but had to go South Park. Wow. That's cool. But number 3, do everything you can to keep Russell Wilson contained. Keep him in the pocket and do not allow him to get out. You got to be able to keep him in the pocket. You keep him in the pocket, don't let him escape. That's how you can be effective. You got to come after Russell Wilson. You got to be aggressive and not afraid. And I would say keep a spy. Keep a spy to watch Russell Wilson just in case he tries to escape. Yes, that may take a guy away from coverage, but at the same time, you make sure Russell Wilson doesn't escape. And another thing, you have got to be disciplined. Know your assignments. Know your assignments. You got to be able to know somebody has to take care of the ball carrier, but somebody's got to watch out and make sure Russell Wilson doesn't keep the ball. Because they did some different thing where they had guys coming across the formation, faking jet sweeps and stuff like that. And, you know, they did some jet sweeps, did a little end around and stuff like that too. So we got to be conscious of that. Play disciplined assignment football. That's what you got to do. Get after them, keep them in the pocket, and keep them contained and don't let them escape. Because there was a play where they kind of had them flushed in, but there was a lane to get out and there was some green ahead. And Russell Wilson is good at extending plays, and he is good at knowing when to get the heck out of a crowded pocket. And last but not least, number 4. Try your best not to let DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett beat you deep. But don't play scared of them either. Keep them in front. Maybe play a little man and have your safeties up top in like a cover 2. I wouldn't play no zero coverage, but I'll be playing like some cover 2 or some cover 3, something where the safeties can help up top and the corners are not just on an island by themselves all the time. But those are just some of my 4 points to victory that I think we can have to win. So let's see. Tiger says, if defense wins championships, then it's safe to say that offense wins games, which is true. That's the old saying. Offense sells tickets, defense wins championships. So that's the key against the Seahawks. Offense, unpredictable offense. And sometimes the best defense is a good offense. We got to be unpredictable. Got to keep them on their toes. Don't make it so that you're easy to defend. Bruce James says, Titans got to come with it this week. These are professionals, and you got to get to the Super Bowl. You don't get to the Super Bowl doing the crap they did last week. So true. So true. Zach says, I say we blitz Wilson often. True, but you got to be smart with that. And on the other side for the offensive line, they like to blitz their safeties and corners too. So you got to be ready for that. Pass protection is going to be important because they're going to be aggressive. Use their aggressiveness against them. We can't let them scrabble for 5 or 10 more seconds. They'll torture us. That's true. Dom says, your corners will have to play great against DK, Lockett, and Russ, but I do know Kevin Byard's a beast. True. Josh says, be aggressive, don't be soft. And Jared on Stillman and Company, he called the Titans soft. And I kind of agree. Did you see the Seahawks last week? Yes. I did watch the game of the Seahawks and the Colts this past week. Colts look good, but they also look beatable. There are some things that we can do to take care of the Seahawks. There are ways we can beat them. But we got to be disciplined. We got to play our style of football. And we cannot be predictable. We have got to use our weapons. And play smart. Play smart, communicate, and you're going to have to be able to communicate without talking. You're going to have to use a lot of nonverbal communication. That's going to be important. Do you see us lining up 10 yards off the receiver on a 3rd and 5? They better not. Need Farley. Maybe Farley gets a few snaps in this game. Colts O-line was supposed to be elite, and they were none of that. I did see that. Colts O-line did not look good, and they are beefed up front. They are beefed up front. So we got to come with it. That Colts offensive line did not look very good at all. So I'll give my prediction when I do TNT pregame on Sunday. I will be live from Indigo Nightclub here in Memphis with the Titans Fan Club of Memphis. We will be doing a pregame. We're gonna do y'all think I should do a whole live stream of the game, the entire game? Or would y'all prefer I do a pregame, halftime, postgame? I have been asked to do a live stream of the whole game, and maybe I will, but let me know in the comments. Do y'all think I should do a whole live stream of the game? If so, I'll do it for y'all. So let me know what you think. And before we do get out of here, I have a new segment since I am playing fantasy football now, and both of my teams lost the first week, which I'm still a rookie at it. I have what's called the Truth's Fantasy. And this is where I tell y'all, if you got your fantasy teams, who to start and who to sit. And Bruce James with another super chat. Man, Bruce James, man, you the man. Thank you. TNT, keep it up. The energy is high and the takes are facts. Man, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't say that enough. Hell yeah, I'll be there if you stream. Hey, I think I might do that. I will be doing it live from Indigo. So I will be live there with other Tennessee Titan fans while the game is going on. So I will be definitely trying to update the score as much as I can, trying to show what's going on and things like that. Definitely on my best. But Tyler, what's up with you? Ricky, just protect Tannehill. Again, I appreciate that with the takes. I appreciate that. I'm gonna keep that up in just a minute. But here's who I would have. I say you start AJ Brown. If you got AJ on your fantasy, I think I saw his press conference after the game. He looked like he ready to go off. He looked like he ready to go off, without a doubt. So I think he's ready to go off. He's poised for a big game. Julio's probably poised for a big game too. So I definitely think you should start A.J. Brown. Now, this is probably going to be a very, very unpopular bench him. But I say for this game, for right now, I'm going to bench Derrick Henry. And this is why. Seattle is very good defensively. Very good. And they were stout against the run against Jonathan Taylor. But I think if you use the passing game to set up the run, then it's going to help. It will definitely help. And then Henry can bust it out. Again, Reggie, thank you for the big super chat. Thank you so much. He says, see you Sunday at Indigo. Tighten up. I'll be there. I will be there in gear, in battle mode, ready to go. Then Smash Time says, yes. So I think I am going to do a live. Zach says he got Russell Wilson on his fantasy. I understand if you play him against us. I wouldn't like it, but I understand. Who's our kicker today? Did it change again? Tyler, yeah, Randy Bullock is the kicker right now. Right now he's going to be the main kicker for the moment. Kicking Ficken is on short-term IR. He'll hopefully be back after week 3. But again, Reggie, thank you for the super chat. Thank you everybody for the comments. Steven Crosby says, bench Derrick Henry. Star Wars. It's a trap. It's a trap. I definitely like that. But yes, again, I would start A.J. Brown and I would bench Derrick Henry. Now, again, y'all, I am no fantasy expert. Let me just say that right now. I am no fantasy expert. I'm trying to get back into that and do some good. But I'm still learning fantasy because I haven't played in years. So I'm still trying to get used to that. But again, Reggie, man, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, everybody. We better go for 2 every time. I mean, Bullock is pretty good. I think he's an average 80% kicker. So we'll definitely see how he does coming in. But I will say, last but not least, my quick blue bombshell, because I'm going to talk some people off the ledge. And it's also kind of a small shut your pie hole, because I don't know if I did one last month. So this is a blue bombshell / shut your pie hole since I'm late. And I kind of feel like doing one. This is to the media. National media and even some local media who just want to drag on this so-called Julio drama. Shut your pie hole. Stop it. I understand if you talk about it on Sunday and Monday. The whole thing about the comments of that's some dumb stuff by Julio or whatnot. But after Monday, it's over. It's over. Move on. Don't talk more about this drama. Move on. Get Julio the ball. Julio needs to catch the ball more. Move on. Stop with all this Julio drama. It's over with. Stop that. So shut your pie hole and stop with all of this stuff with this Julio drama. And for everybody that I know, there's some people that I got to talk off the ledge. Everybody, it's just one game. I know that's all we got to go on, and it wasn't good, but we still got 16 more games to go. A lot can happen. The Titans that started 2-4, got all the way to the AFC Championship, and was within a half of going to the Super Bowl. The Titans started off 1-4 in 2003. Got to the AFC Championship. Pulled off 9 of their last 10 games. Won 9 in a row. Won the division, got to the AFC Championship. So everybody, as Aaron Rodgers would say, RELAX. Relax. Now, yes, this is a must-win. But it's okay. The men say, why you bench Derrick Henry? I'm just saying for this particular game, I just don't know if this is a good matchup for Derrick Henry just off the bat. Now, again, if they do it right, use the pass to set up the run, I think Derrick Henry will have some success. But that's just my opinion as far as who I would not start. Only one that should bench is Lawan. Maybe. Crosio says exactly. I know Julio and Vrabel are way past it. I hope so too. But the media needs to get past it. National and local. Let's see. Handsome 7. He said, oh, okay, I'm back. That's what's up. Lots of football left to be played. That's true. So, y'all, we got a lot of football left to be played. I will give my prediction on Sunday. Tune in to TNT pregame. I'm probably going to go live. Around, I'm going to say around 2 o'clock. I'm going to go live about 2:30. I'm going to go live with TNT pregame. I may do a little pre-gaming on Facebook, just, before the official pre-game, but the actual pre-game will start about 2:30. I usually try to go live about 30 minutes before kickoff. Smash Time says, Julio is a baller. He will step up. He better. He better. That much is a fact. So, thank y'all, everybody, for tuning in. I know I've talked your heads off for almost an hour and a half. I thank y'all for tuning in. Thank everybody again. Episode 200 is on its way next week. Corey Curtis of News 2 will be joining me, and I may bring in a few special fans also into the mix for just a few minutes. But I thank y'all for tuning in. Should we try to get Dennis Kelly back? If he's available, I would love that. Vrabel has been preaching about dumb stuff. That hurts the team for years. This is the first time the national media heard it. Hey, if he said that to the whole team, I'm good with that. Bruce J says, have a good night, man. Thank you. Zach with the super chat, man. Thank you again. Great show. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you, Zach. Thank you to everybody who gave super chats. Thank you so much for giving to the channel. I guarantee you it's going to go to good use to make sure we have better content, to make sure to make it better for all of you. Thank you. Philomatic says, shout out to Big E. Yes, shout out to Big E of the New Day, becoming the new WWE champion. He cashed in his Money in the Bank contract on Monday night. Oh, Handsome 7. Man, thank you for the huge super chat. Tighten up indeed. Tighten up, y'all. I appreciate everybody for all of this that you do. Again, the 200th episode is coming up next week. And I'm going to give away two of these Titans and Truth shirts. And you know what? I may even throw in a hat. I may talk to my guy Out the Cribs Customs on Instagram. Get some hats too. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be definitely giving some giveaway. Thank y'all again for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you again. I appreciate y'all. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not going to say it enough. Thank y'all again for all of this. Again, make sure y'all share this show out. And again, we gonna tighten up. Because you know what? That's all we know how to do. So, I bid thee a good night. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And once again, you know where to go. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead. So the Seahawks fans that were here, Fendi Bands, Nashville Williams, all of y'all, come on and subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. I got some Truth League reports that I'm going to do as well, talking about some other teams as well. So be in tune for that. And again, tighten up, because that's all we know how to do. Good night, y'all. AFC Championship 2020, 19 away. You did